Hello yogis, and welcome back to session 5. Today's session we're going to be moving through a little bit more dynamically. So we're going to be connecting the breath to the movement. We'll be incorporating a lot of the postures that we've done earlier on in sessions 1 to 4 and introducing a couple of new postures as well in today's session. But as always, we'll get started and just come down and lay down onto the mat and just take a moment to arrive into your space, to take a moment to just settle down onto your mat, maybe closing the eyes down, taking a full deep breath in through the nose and a full exhale through the nose, taking a moment to clear the mind. So not thinking about anything that you might have had to do earlier on today, and not thinking now about anything that you might have to do later on. Just be present and be focused over these next few minutes. And then bringing that attention back to the breath. Again, just noticing the rise and the fall of the chest as you inhale and exhale. And we'll take a couple of nice full deep breaths in through the nose, filling the lungs with as much air as you can, and then exhaling fully, just allowing all of that air to leave the lungs. And again, taking a full deep breath in, filling the lungs, and then a full exhale, allowing all of that stale air to leave your lungs. And then just allow the breath to return to its natural rhythm. Take a moment again just to clear the mind. And then take a moment to set an intention for your practice. Or maybe if you're doing this session in the morning, maybe it's how you want to show up throughout your day today. And just set that intention for yourself, and then take a full deep breath in through the nose and a full exhale through the nose. And then gently just fluttering the eyes open. Let's bring that right knee up and hug the right knee in towards the chest. So not gripping too hard. Taking again a nice full deep breath in. And a full exhale. And then just taking that right knee towards the right hand side. Release the left hand down to the left hip. And pull the right knee towards the right armpit. Holding here, taking 3 breaths. And then we'll switch sides and just bring the left knee up. Extend the right leg out long. Again, a nice full deep breath in. On the exhale, maybe pulling the knee in a little bit closer. And then allowing that knee to come towards the left-hand side and in towards that left armpit. And then bringing the knees up, hugging both knees in towards the chest, just taking a moment there. And then finding an inverted pigeon, take the sole of the left foot down, cross the right foot over the top of the thigh, thread the hands through and round the back of the left leg. We'll just hold it there for 3 breaths. And then we'll switch sides, take the left foot over the top of the right thigh and bring the hands through and round the back of the right leg. And then gently releasing, and we'll just come into some gentle twists. We've not got any core work today. We'll drop both knees over towards the right hand side. And just gently take a twist, turn and gaze over the left shoulder. Let's take another 3 breaths here. Really relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the knees. And then just switching sides and taking the knees over now towards the left-hand side, and then turn, twist and gaze over the right shoulder. One more nice deep breath in, and a full exhale. And then just bring it back through center and find your way all the way up to seated. Okay. And we're going to take a lateral stretch, but we're going to take the right leg out towards the side and bring the left foot in. So keep the foot out towards the side, flex the toes, and just take the back of the right hand to the inside of the right leg. Reach up with the left hand, take a deep breath in. And then exhale and bring yourself into the stretch. So really stretching all the way through this left side of the body. Try and ground down through the left sit bone, the left knee. Take another nice deep breath in. Exhaling, stretching into it, reaching the hand up and over past that left ear. One more breath in. One more full exhale. And then we'll just switch sides. So just taking in that the left leg out and bringing the right leg in. Take the back of the hand just to inside of the leg. Reach the right hand up and then gently bringing it back. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, stretching, reaching over through the fingertips of the right hand. Again, a nice deep breath in. Inhale, fill up the lungs. Exhaling. And let's take one more stretch, one more breath. Reaching over, stretching through the fingertips. And then just bringing it back through center. Okay, cross the legs over however you find it most comfortable. And then we're going to reach the hands up. Take an inhale. And then we're going to exhale and take a twist. So take the left hand behind you and bring the right hand just onto the knee. We're going to bring it back through center. So inhale, reach up with the hands, and we're going to twist in the other direction. So left hand comes down onto the knee, right hand behind, turn and gaze over the shoulder. Again, back through center. Inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, twist. One more on each side. Inhale, reach up with the hands. Exhale, twist. And one more to the other side. Inhale. Exhale, twist. And then just bring it back through center and then come over onto the hands and the knees. Let's come into a couple of rounds of cat-cow. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Stack the shoulders over the wrists and the knees underneath the hips. But this time, before we come into cat-cow, just start to distribute the weight forwards and take some little circles just over the wrists to warm up through the wrists. And then take those circles just in the other direction. Okay, and then into cat-cow. Inhale, bring the chest forwards, arch the spine, looking up. Exhale, rounding, chin in towards the chest. Inhale to bring it forwards, arching. Exhale, rounding, chin in towards the chest. One more time. Inhale to bring it forwards, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, rounding, chin in towards the chest. And then all the way back through into a neutral position. And then we're just going to tuck the toes, lift the hips, and find our downward facing dog. Pedaling it out, bending the knees, taking any little movements you might need for your first downward facing dog. And then let's hold it there in stillness, lengthening through the sides of the body. Taking 2 more full deep breaths. And then we'll walk the feet
all the way forwards to the top of the mat. Find that ragdoll, take hold of opposite elbows. Let everything just hang heavy and forwards over the legs. Two more breaths. And then releasing the hands all the way to the mat. Roll the spine nice and gently all the way up to standing. And take those big shoulder rolls. And in the other direction. And then let's start to flow through. So take the feet underneath the hips, take the hands up into heart center. Inhale and reach the hands up overhead. Nice big stretch all the way up. And exhale and fold it forwards. We'll hold our forward fold for 3 breaths. Hands towards the feet, forehead towards the shins. Remember to bend the knees if you need to get the stomach towards the thighs. Halfway lift, lengthen up through the spine, and then plant the hands down, step it all the way back, find your way into your high plank. Let's hold for a breath in. Exhale to take the knees to the ground, untuck the toes, and let's warm up in that Sphinx pose. Take the elbows under the shoulders and the feet about mat width apart. Draw the shoulder blades together, and then bring the right ear to the right shoulder. The chin towards the chest. And the left ear to the left shoulder. And back through center, hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes, lift the hips, find that downward facing dog. Just a reminder in your downward facing dog, if your feet are a little bit too close, the hips might be a little bit too high up towards the ceiling. Just to readjust and find your position, you want to be in about sort of a high plank position, stacking shoulders over the wrists. The feet are about hip width apart. The hands and the feet don't move. You just push the hips backing up towards the ceiling, and then maybe just walking the feet in about 1/2 inch or so. Okay, let's hold it here for 1 more breath. And then we'll lift up the right foot and step the right foot straight away in between the hands. We're going to find our low lunge. Drop the left knee down. Untuck the back toes. So you've just got the top of the left foot on the ground. Reach up with the hands. Hold it here. Okay, we're going to send the hips back, flex the toes, and sweep the hands back to the hips. And we're going to hold it here for 3 breaths. So just find your balance. And then we'll move through breath for breath. So coming forwards, inhale, low lunge. Exhale, take the hips back, flex the toes. 2 more times. Inhale, use the breath, lunge forwards. Exhale, send it back, reach the hands towards the hips. 1 more time to inhale, bring it forwards. Exhale, send it back, flex the toes. And then this time we're going to take the left hand onto the ground, lunge into that right hand side, and just reach the right hand up to come into a twist. So we're going to hold it here, take a couple of breaths. And now we're going to come into that low lunge again. So reaching the left hand up, hold here. Take a breath in. Come into that low lunge twist. Take the left hand onto the ground, easy twist. Bring the right hand up. Come back into your low lunge. Inhale, reach the left hand up. Exhale, take the left hand to the ground. Right hand stays lifted. You're going to take that 1 more time. Inhale, bringing it up, low lunge. And then exhale, come into your twist. From here, just take the right hand down, tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, and find your way back again into your downward facing dog. Let's hold 3 breaths. Walk the feet all the way forwards towards the top of the mat. Find that forward fold. Just take the hands next to the feet, forehead towards the shins. Gently releasing, coming all the way up to standing, reaching the hands up, taking the hands into heart center. Again, inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, take a forward fold, hands next to the feet, forehead towards the shins. We'll just hold this time for 2 breaths. Find your halfway lift, lengthen through the spine. Plant the hands down, step back into your high plank. Let's hold there for a breath in. Take the knees towards the ground, untuck the toes, take the chest towards the mat, and either find your sphinx or come into a bit of a deeper back bend, maybe into your up dog. We're going to hold 2 more breaths. And then tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing. This time we'll take the left foot and bring the left foot all the way up towards the ceiling. And then step it straight away in between the hands and come into your low lunge now on this side. Reaching up with the hands, let's pause there a moment. And then moving through, breath with the movement. So hold here for the inhale. And then exhale, send the hips back. And again, inhale to lunge it forwards. Exhale to send it back, sweep the hands back towards the hips. One more time to lunge it forwards, low lunge, inhale. Exhale, send it back, flex the toes, and then this time we're going to hold it here. One more breath. And then lunging forwards, take the right hand onto the ground and reach the left hand up towards the ceiling, finding that twist. Come up into that low lunge again, so strengthen the legs, just reaching up with the right hand. Hold it here in that low lunge, inhale. And then into the twist, take the right hand onto the ground, reach the left hand up. Keep that left leg engaged. Inhale, come back up again into your low lunge. Inhale, engage in your core. Exhale, take it down, find the twist. One more time to reach up. Inhale into that low lunge and exhale down into the twist. Left hand reaches up. Take the left hand down to the ground just to frame that left foot. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, come back into your downward facing dog. Again, a 3 breath hold, pushing the hips back and up towards the ceiling. Lengthen through the sides of the body. Fill up the lungs as you inhale. Empty the lungs as you exhale. One more breath. And then walk the feet all the way forwards to the top of the mat and find that forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. And exhale, take the hands into heart center. Inhale, reach the hands up. Nice big stretch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, high plank. Pause in here for the breath in. And then we'll drop the knees down, untuck the toes, find your back bend, lifting up through the chest. Pulling the shoulders wherever you're at, away from the ears. And then we'll tuck the toes, lift the hips and find a downward facing dog. Okay, we're going to take the right foot and lift it all the way up towards the ceiling. Hold it there. And then we're going to round the spine, come up onto the ball of the left foot and try to bring the right knee in towards the nose. Don't worry if you can't get it there. Just try and attempt to get it as close as you can and then send it all the way back and up again. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, round the spine, knee to nose. One more, inhale to lift it up. Exhale, round the spine, knee to nose. And then take that right knee down towards the right wrist. We're going to come into pigeon. Wiggle the left foot all the way back. If you need to use a block, just prop it underneath that right hip and then fold it forwards. We're going to hold for about 30 seconds. Reminder, you can place the forehead onto the back of the hands. You can create some little building blocks with the fists. Or you can take the forehead straight down onto the mat. Three more breaths. And then just bring it back up onto the hands, tuck the left toes, lift the knee, step it back, downward facing. We're going to do the same thing now on the other side. So we're going to lift the left foot up, three-legged dog. Hold it here for the inhale. Exhale, round the spine, high up onto the ball of that right foot. Pull the knee in towards the nose. Inhale to send it back and up into that three-legged dog. Exhale, round the spine, knee in towards the nose. You've just got one more of these. Inhale to lift it up. Exhale, round the spine, knee in towards the nose. And then find your way into that pigeon. Left knee to the left wrist. The left foot comes over towards the right side edge of the mat. Wiggle that right foot all the way back. And then fold it forwards over the left leg. I'm going to hold it again on this side for about 30 seconds. Try and keep the hips quite square here. And try and slow down the breath, maybe slowing down the exhales. Three more breaths. And then slowly just taking it back up onto the hands, tucking the right toes, lifting the right knee, coming back into your downward facing dog. Pedal it out if you need to, if the hips are feeling a little bit tight. And then holding that stillness for one breath in that down dog. And exhale, walk the feet forwards towards the top of the mat. Hands next to the feet, forehead down towards the shins. Inhale, come to standing, sweep the hands up overhead. Exhale, bring the hands through into heart center. Inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, high plank. Hold for the inhale. Exhale, bring the knees to the ground or find yourself down through a push-up position, which is your chaturanga. Either way, just finding your way into your back bend. And then we'll tuck the toes, lift the hips, and find your downward facing dog. This time it's the right foot that lifts up, so inhale. And we're going to step it forwards and find our way into a high lunge. So just get that right foot forwards, however you need to get it there. Find your stability and then come up into that high lunge. Reach up with the hands, send the thumbs back. Lunge into the right hand side, strong through the left leg. Hold and inhale. Exhale, bend into the left knee. Allow it to just hover over the mat. Inhale to lift it up. Exhale to bend and hover. Inhale to lift it up. Bend and hover on the exhale, and then bring the left knee gently all the way onto the mat. We're going to untuck the back toe, and then we're going to come into a low lunge twist here and take the right hand back and reach the left hand forwards. Turn and take the gaze over the right hand that's at the back, and then allow the right hand to come down towards the back leg and reach the left hand up and past the left ear. From here, just take the left hand down onto the ground and take the right hand down. Tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, find your way back into a downward facing dog. We'll go with the left leg. Reach the left leg up and then bring the left foot forward. Step it in between the hands. Get it there however you need to. Find your balance and come into your high lunge. Left knee going in the same direction as the left toes, strong through the back leg. Keep that right heel popped up nice and high. Hold for the inhale. Exhale, bend into the right knee, hover it just over the mat. Inhale to lift it up. Exhale to bend and hover. One more time to lift it up, bend and hover, and then gently guide it all the way down to the ground. Untuck the back toes and come into your twist. So the left hand goes back, the right hand reaches forwards, and turn to gaze over the left hand. Take a breath here. And then allow this left hand to come down towards the back leg and reach the right hand up and over past the right ear. Gently releasing, right hand to the ground and the left to frame the left foot. Find your way back into your downward facing dog. And we'll hold the down dog for 3 breaths. Walking the feet all the way forwards to the top of the mat. Folding forwards over the legs. And inhale to bring it all the way up to standing. And exhale, hands into heart center. Inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back through a high plank. Find your way down towards the ground and into your back bend. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing. Lifting up with the right foot again. And then stepping it in between the hands. Okay, we're going to find our way all the way up into a high lunge. And then open into that warrior 2 that we did in the last session. So left foot's parallel with the back of the mat. Nice deep bend in the right knee. Right knee's going in the same direction as the right toes. The hands are going to come out to the sides, palms of the hands facing down, and you want the arms to be nice and strong here. Now take the left hand and allow it just to come down the back leg, and then reach the right hand up. Don't straighten the right leg. Keep a nice deep bend, and allow this right hand to come up and over past the right ear. Hold. Keep pushing into all 4 corners of the back foot. Take one more breath in. One more full exhale. And then we'll just straighten out through the legs, reach the hands out to the side, and then we're going to come into a Trikonasana. So you're going to reach forwards through the right fingertips, and then take the right hand down towards the ground and reach up with the left hand. In Trikonasana, if you don't feel comfortable here with the hand just resting on the inside of the shin or of the ankle, you can grab a block and just place a block underneath the hand just to support you. We're going to just hold here for 2 more breaths. So really reaching through those left fingertips. And then you're going to bring it back into that warrior 2. So the front knee bends again, the hands come out towards the side, the gaze comes over the right middle finger, and then we're going to come into an extended side angle. So the right elbow rests down gently onto the right knee, and the left hand comes up past the left ear. Notice if your left hip's sort of lifted up, you want to keep bending into the right knee. You still want to just keep this quite a low lunge position. You're reaching over with the left hand and you're pulling back through that left shoulder. So you're rotating the chest almost towards the ceiling. Okay, one more breath. And then take the hands inside of the right foot and come into your lizards. Just drop the left knee down. Wiggle the right foot towards the right side edge of the mat. Realign the hands. Untuck the back toes, either holding here or bending into the elbows. Maybe taking the left elbow down, maybe the right. And let's take a 30-second hold. Breathe in through it. Nice full deep breaths in. Full exhales. Keep pushing into all 4 corners of the right foot, pulling the right knee in towards the right shoulder. 3 more breaths. And if you're on the elbows, take it back up onto the hands and then tuck the left toes underneath, lift the left knee and find your way back into a downward facing dog. Again, take any little movements you might need just to loosen off through that right hip. And then hold in stillness in that down dog for a nice full deep breath in. And then exhale, walk the feet forwards to the top of the mat. Find your forward fold, and this time maybe just taking the hands round the back of the ankles, bending into the knees, relaxing the forehead towards the shins, holding for 3 breaths. Gently releasing, coming all the way up to standing, reaching the hands all the way up and then bringing the hands into heart center. Inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, high plank. Hold for the inhale. Let's bring it down through either that chaturanga, which is this push-up position, or dropping the knees, bringing the chest forwards and lifting the chin. Always find your back bend that feels right for you without any pinching in the lower back. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing. We're going to go with the left foot, 3-legged dog, left foot lifts. Step the left foot in between the hands. Find your way up into your high lunge. And we'll open into warrior 2 on this side. So the right foot drops down. Right foot's now parallel with the back of the mat. Nice deep bend in the left knee. Left knee is going in the same direction as the left toes. Hands out to the sides. And then reverse in that warrior. We're going to allow the right hand to come down the right leg and reach the left hand up and past the left ear. Keep bending and lunging into that left side, strong through the legs as if you're trying to pull the mat in between the feet. One more breath in. One more full exhale. And then straighten out through that left leg. Take the hands out to the sides. We're going to come into triangle pose, Trikonasana. Reach forwards through the left fingertips. And then take the left hand inside of the left shin or the left ankle. Reach up through the right fingertips. Get nice and long all the way through from the left hand all the way towards the right. Take one more breath. And then bend into the left knee so that you can find that warrior 2 again. Extended side angle from here. So take the left elbow, gently place it onto the left thigh, and then bring the right hand up and past the right ear. Again, notice if that right hip's starting to lift up, and just bend into that left knee. Spiral the chest open towards the ceiling, really pulling through the right fingertips. One more breath. One more full exhale. And then let's take the hands inside of the left foot into lizard. Drop the right knee down. Wiggle the left foot towards the left side edge of the mat. And then you know where you're going here in that lizard. So again, maybe on the hands, maybe bending the elbows, maybe both elbows come down. Pushing into all 4 corners still of that left foot, so not lifting up the big toe. Just find your edge in the pose and then breathe into it. Just a few more breaths here. And then if you were on the elbows or you had the arms slightly bent, take it back up onto the hands, tuck the right toe, lift the right knee, step it back for downward facing dog. Let's take 2 breaths here. And then walking the feet all the way forwards to the top of the mat, folding forwards. And again, we'll just take the hands around the back of the ankles and fold it forwards. Gently releasing, bringing it all the way up to standing, and then taking the hands into heart center. From here, we're going to take the ankles together, the knees together, squeeze the glutes, reach up with the hands and come up onto the tiptoes and just find a balance up here. Really zipping and pulling the ankles in together, reaching through the fingertips, and then slowly start to bend into the knees until you come all the way down to the ground, and then find your way to seated. Take the soles of the feet together, and then just bring the feet in towards the body. Take the thumbs into the balls of the feet. Wrap the fingers round, shoulders down, away from the ears. Allow the knees to relax towards the ground. Let's take a couple of breaths here. And then gently just using the elbows if you want a little bit more pressure, just to open out through the legs. And then gently releasing and coming all the way down onto the mat. So just hold on to the knees, roll the spine all the way down, and then we're going to come into a half happy baby. So just take the sole of the left foot onto the ground, grab hold of the outside edge of this right foot, and you're going to bend the right knee as if you're trying to pull it in towards the right armpit. Sole of the foot still points up towards the ceiling, and flex the toes, and you can either keep this left knee bent or you can extend it towards the ground. Relax the shoulders. We're only going to be here for another 3 breaths. And then we're going to switch sides. So taking the sole of the left foot back onto the ground, if you have had it extended, and then just switch sides. So take the right knee, bend it, sole of the right foot onto the ground, grab hold of the outside edge of this left foot, and again, you want to think about pulling that left knee as if you're trying to pull it in towards the left armpit or towards the ground. The sole of the foot is still facing up towards the ceiling, so you want to keep that left foot flexed, and then you can either keep the sole of the right foot on the ground or you can extend the right leg out. Relax the shoulders. 3 more breaths. And then gently releasing and finding your way up to seated and just crossing the legs over. Let's bring the hands up into heart center. Take the spine nice and long. Bow the head down towards the heart. Take a moment to remind yourself of that intention that you set at the beginning of the session. And maybe trying to find a way to take that outside of your practice. Taking a full deep breath in through the nose. And a full exhale through the nose. And gently just fluttering the eyes open. I just want to thank you for sharing your practice with me today. So if you are taking a Shavasana, feel free to lay down and take a few moments now for yourself in that relaxation. Otherwise, congratulations, well done for completing session 5. And next session, we'll be moving on to session 6. We're going to do a little bit more of what we've done today, but we're going to work on a little bit of balancing as well. So I'll see you next time.